Yes, we even thought. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you all to this press briefing on the successful approval of Kenya's request for $1 billion from the World Bank under the Development Policy Operation Phase 2, commonly referred to as DPO2. The DPO is a series of policy-linked reforms anchored on the Big Four agenda, namely food security, affordable housing, universal health coverage, and manufacturing. The implementation of the Big Four priority areas is expected to support higher and inclusive economic growth, faster job creation, and a reduction in the cost of living for the poor. The government recognizes that achieving these objectives will require sustaining economic growth, maintaining macroeconomic stability, and the implementation reforms provide an enabling environment. The government has been sustaining efforts to deliver on the Big Four agenda. However, public finances are constrained by the weak revenue growth and increased expenditure pressures. The COVID-19 pandemic shock has had a direct adverse impact on the production in all sectors of the economy. I think you are very familiar with this area, that we've had substantial and drastic reduction of revenue as a result of the poor performance of all the areas, including the import duty and the service sector. The COVID pandemic, adding to these effects of locust invasions and current floods experienced in parts of the country, is expected to significantly slow down economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, our current priority is to save lives, contain the spread of the virus, and protect livelihood. The government has reallocated additional resources towards these interventions. We have also rolled out a wide range of fiscal and monetary policy measures to stimulate the economy. A matter thing that we are going to come to it at a later time, that the economy is in dire need of a stimulus injection, and we are seriously engaging all relevant stakeholders and have put up a package and present to Parliament in the course of time. On the fiscal front, the interventions will exert pressure on healthcare and social spending. The government welcomes the approval of the World Bank budget support of $1 billion through this DPO. The support is timely and will improve public finances positions, including the foreign exchange reserves levels at the central bank. This is highly welcome because the addition of now $1 billion in form of foreign reserve will help stabilize the Kenya shilling. It will also improve on our import cover, and it will also send clear confidence signals to the stock exchange. This is what we deserve, what we need more than any other time at the moment. That confidence is quite important for business to continue thriving. The funds will be directed towards strengthening healthcare systems, including providing better access to healthcare services to safeguard people from the pandemic, improve disease surveillance, and public health interventions. The fund will also be used to finance expenditure approved by Parliament during the financial year 2019-2020 and subsequent to the audit under the Public Audit Act. It will also be used for the next financial year, which is going to start in the next 1.5 months, and stabilize a lot of things that we've been experiencing pressure. Although the pandemic has exerted pressure on the expenditures, the government is committed to fiscal consolidation to safeguard debt sustainability. The government is improving the efficiency of spending and reducing waste through measures to strengthen public finance management and system reform. You are aware sometimes, close 6 months ago, we undertook a fiscal consolidation process because we realized the solution of this economy lies with us, is not with borrowing. It's the ability to manage our own expenditures, it's the ability to grow our own revenue. And it's that trajectory that we have taken which we want to solidly place our hopes on. And one of the critical reasons that I want to mention at this stage is that the smooth sail-through of this support is as a result of the policy measures that has met the necessary requirement and standard of World Bank. And for us, this is a vote of confidence, and we really appreciate. Let me take this opportunity to thank the G20 Debt Suspension Initiative for the low-income countries. I'm sure you have heard a number of times that we have a relief, and we've been questioned on how we are progressing to utilize this support. While the initiative seeks to provide temporary debt relief to mitigate the effect of COVID-19 pandemic, Kenya is reviewing this package, taking into consideration the structure of its debt portfolio and the evolving macroeconomic environment. We welcome this initiative. We are happy, we are willing, and looking forward to utilizing, but we are carrying out our own internal reviews to make sure that the quick absorption of these measures does not in any way impede on the existing the debt portfolio we are currently holding. Consultation internally and the rest of the sectors are ongoing, and we are going to make due announcement in the next 1-2 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya is taking a comprehensive approach in dealing with increased risk in public debt. Improved revenue mobilization and spending discipline should reduce budget deficits, while the best practice in debt management will help the country manage public debt in a transparent and prudent manner. In the meantime, the government continues to use its access to concessional facility and minimize commercial borrowing. One of the reasons that we are quite excited about this is that this DPO will go a long way in enabling us to reduce on uptake on the commercial debts. Because in the framework, we are intended to borrow commercially, but these are going to be a very important replacement for new money. Because when you are looking at this, the terms of this DPO is highly concessional. We have a grace period of 10 years at 1.5% interest rate and a payment period of 30 years. Weighed against the commercial facilities available to us, which usually in the range of about 8% and repayment period of less than 10 years. So you can see it's like day and night. This is very promising, and it's not going to constrain our ability to make these repayments, given the longer period of maturity.